I talk about it all the time, fighting for the life that you really want. And I think in this clip, it's a great example of how hard you have to fight sometimes for the type of life you want. You're about to hear a little bit about when David Goggins lost 100 pounds in 3 months and what he would do if he could no longer run. A little lesson there in doing what you can. When something gets taken away from you, you do what you can and you keep going. You keep going. This is episode 1212, David Goggins, the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm Coach Colin, coolest high-performance coach in the world. And if you want the absolute best insights to the podcasts and videos you love, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the clip.
Here, these little tweaks there from the fact that I am now, my body was locked into position from these muscles being so tight. Now,
what do you weigh now?
About 182, 183.
And you were at like 300 plus pounds when you got your fattest, right?
My fattest, when I weighed in for the military, I don't know what my fattest was, but when I weighed in on that scale, when Steven Saljo hit that scale on me, man, it was 297. And he's like, brother, you got to lose 106 pounds. I was like, fuck this. I can't. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, how's that possible? So anyway, it just,
And not a lot of time. That's the crazy thing. They didn't give you 3 months to lose that. 33 pounds a month is a lot of fucking weight. Plus a few.
Almost impossible. And that's what I thought. But see, you see the person I am now. Yeah. I was 175 pounds in high school. So I was a skinny guy in high school. So I made myself big. Mm-hmm. I'm a small boned person. So it wasn't, trust me, it was hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But
what did people think around you when they saw you 3 months later, you're 100 pounds lighter?
My mom couldn't believe it. Because so I was living in Indianapolis, Indiana at the time. And so I was trying to study for this ASVAB test again that, I got to take it again, going into the Navy. And I'm out here trying to lose weight. And I'm, working for this company, spraying for cockroaches and all sort of crap. And I would lay in her pond in fucking November in Indiana. Just lay in her pond. Because I was like, I'm going to bust. I got to get hard. So I would lay in the pond, get out of the pond, and go for a run. Just all wet, cold, like like the daggone shirt would just freeze up from ice and shit. And I'd be out there running and said, what is wrong with you, man? Like, you were that kid who just didn't want to, like, what's wrong with you? So she started seeing the transformation, like, this guy is obsessed with trying to become somebody. Next thing she knew, man, my God, you actually lost that much weight that fast.
I love the fact that you did it, but what hurts me is when I hear stories about people that get like stomach stapling and surgery and all that shit that they do. Like, you just need to just lose the weight.
Right.
And if you just did it the right way, you would have earned it. And if you earn it, you'll keep it.
That's the thing about it, man. Like, we like to take these very quick fixes in life. We want the 6-minute abs approach to life.
Yeah.
Nah, man. There's no permanent in that.
Yeah.
There's no permanent in that, man. There's no scarring. There must be scarring.
Well, people are terrified of this thing that you're saying, that there's no end, that there's no finish line, that every day is a new thing, that you have to earn it. Still, after all the shit you've done, every day you get up and you have to earn it.
Yes. You know what's funny about that? I want you to be scared of it.
Yeah.
I want you to be scared of it.
It gives you fuel.
It's great motivation. And see, if you look at it that way, the reason why I speak the way I speak, because I believe in what I'm saying. If I ever shut it down, that's the end of me. And whatever my 100% will be, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Tomorrow, everybody's like, what if you can't run? I will figure what the fuck I can do and do that. That would be my new 100%. You must continue to find your new 100%. Whatever life throws at you, you must find what you can do now. I may become the best, scientist of all time. Who knows? Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Be scared. Watch out.
Could you imagine? Recently, David Goggins has cured cancer. How amazing would that be? And he's just like, the cure to cancer is running 150 miles nonstop. You got to stay hard, motherfuckers. Just forcing cancer patients to run for that long. But it works. It like cures them. They're fine after. Man, perfect example. The guy is like spraying for cockroaches. He exactly what Jordan Peterson talks about. I made a video about this, Jordan Peterson video. It's about heaven and hell. He saw the hell. He was living in the hell. He knew that if he kept going down this path, it was just more of the same hurt and pain and shit that he didn't want anymore. So he saw that hell. And then he saw the Buds commercial and he saw a vision of himself that could be, right? And then all of a sudden it was a call to action. He wanted the life and somebody said, well, before you get this life, you have to lose 106 pounds in 3 months. And that will get you the opportunity to perhaps pursue the life that you want. And he fought for it. What did he say? That his mom realized that he was obsessed. He was laying in ponds, frozen shirt, going for runs. He fought for the life that he wanted. And what I would say to you is, how much are you willing to fight for the life that you want? How obsessed are you willing to get? Are you willing to just say, you know what, that 2 hours that I lay around, I'm actually going to dedicate that to building a business or building a social media following or building a YouTube channel or, something. Like, what are you willing to, how much are you willing to fight? What are you willing to sacrifice in your life? Which lazy parts of your life, the parts that are just a waste of time, which are you gonna allow to die away in order for you to become this new person, this better person? It's like he threw away everything. He said, I like to drink milkshakes. I like to eat donuts. Well, that's gone. I can't run that far. Well, that's gone. That mindset, that's gone. I have to run now. I have to lose weight now. I have to work out now. I have to lose. And he just went at it like a madman in order to get the life that he wanted. He had the heaven, he had the hell, and he had the heaven. And he just started running towards the heaven. And obviously, I mean, his heaven was Buds. Very fitting for David Goggins that his version of heaven is getting into the Buds program. That's the most punishment that anybody could go through. Yeah, training punishment, I should say. But yeah, it's like you have to fight for what you want, for the life that you want, for the person that you want to become. There's going to be, like, he even says, it's like it was impossible. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But look what happened after he did what he thought was impossible and was the hardest thing he had to do in his life. Look what reward he got from it. Yes, he got more suffering. It didn't turn into heaven. It wasn't all harps and flowers after. Yes, he got more suffering because he got into Buds. Yes, there was more suffering because he had to serve in Iraq and Afghanistan. He had to do the things that a Navy SEAL would do. Yes, there was more suffering because he gained weight again and had to lose weight again. Yes, there was more and more suffering. He had to run 100 miles, no training. There was more suffering and more suffering, but it was all going towards the life that he wanted. And now he's David Goggins. You know? It's like you have to fight for the life you want, and you have to also know that, like they say in this clip, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. You still have to work for it every day. He got what he wanted, and it turned into more work. He got what he wanted again, and it was more work. The pursuit of a meaningful life will always come with struggle. Jordan Peterson talks about it again. It'll come with order and chaos. The order was him getting disciplined enough to go through the steps. The chaos was all the wild shit that was happening in his mind and outside of him while he was trying to pursue it. And within that moving forward, there was meaning. That's what you have to do. And now look at his face. Look at that smile. Look at that smile on his face. That's after going through everything. You know, I'm pretty sure it's Jordan Peterson. He said, like, the beautiful thing about life is that it's horrible and it's tragic and people are malevolent and terrible things will happen to you. But the beautiful part is that you're made to handle it. You're strong enough to handle it. I love these episodes because this guy is an example. You know, the people that I cover are all examples that, like, it's going to take some struggle and some pain, but it's like, it's there for you to have, you know? So if you feel like, why do I keep on having to struggle and things are good for a little while, but then I have to go and struggle through this thing and things are good for a little while and then all of a sudden another struggle comes. That's the path to meaning. As long as you're going towards a meaningful goal, that is your path to meaning. So you have to get comfortable. Yeah, everybody says it. You've heard it 100 times. You have to get comfortable. What? Being uncomfortable. Because on the other side of that, everybody talks about it. On the other side of that, there's meaning, there's peace, there's achievement, there's you, the real version of you, the highest version. Go and get it. I'm out. Peace.